Are you sure this is okay?
You're in country, dude. Live a little. Now, she's pretty sensitive, so go easy on the throttle, okay?
All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Some of you guys have subscribed, some of you aren't. I try to help you guys fix all your 50cc stuff. I buy and fix scooters weekly. This is what I do for a living. That, and I also fix people's stuff, but most of the time I just buy and fix scooters because I don't know, I just know what I'm doing and it's easy to make a lot of money, so that's why I do it. And motorcycles. I don't just fix scooters, I fix motorcycles too, but that's besides the point. So I bought this off a guy, and unfortunately, as you can see, I'm leaking oil. I just took it for a ride just to intentionally make it leak oil so I could show you guys the problem that I'm having. This is engine oil, this is not gear oil, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to resolve this problem today. We will get started. I'm going to show you where the problem's coming from. There's normally only two places that this comes from. Can be three, but normally only two places, and I'm going to show you that today. So I'm going to tear this down. We're going to take this cover off here. I'm going to get inside, and we're going to show you exactly what's going inside here. You know, these little engines are cheap, and this one's got almost 8,000 miles on it. And it's normal to have a $2 gasket leak. So I'm going to show you today how to replace that oil seal that is leaking and where exactly it's at. Okay, so let's get started. Tools you're going to need. I use an electric impact ratchet. Mine's finally starting to wear out after a year of use, so I'm going to have to order another one. But I use electric impact ratchets. These things really speed up your job. I've been cracking on this one a lot, breaking a lot of car bolts loose and nuts, and I think I finally kind of wore this one out. It was an off-brand. I got it for $32, so I'll probably just order another one, to be honest with you. And stop trying to do so much automotive work with this. Just keep it to scooters. But these are really cheap. These speed up your job, especially if you're gonna be working on scooters a lot. So you're gonna need a 3/8 impact or 3/8 ratchet, whatever you want to use, completely up to you. I like to speed my life up a little bit by having some electric tools. You're definitely going to need an impact wrench to get some of these components off, so you're going to need an impact. In this case, I have a 3/8 and I have a 1/2-inch driver. We're going to be using the 3/8 head on here today. These are kind of costly, so if you have to borrow one from a neighbor, I suggest doing that. You're also going to need a deep well socket. You're going to need a 14 and a 17 to get most of these components off. This is a little hot because I just got done riding it, so we're probably gonna have to take a chill pill before we keep going. And then you're gonna need a pick set. These are an auto pick set. You're gonna use these quite often, and then you'll need a small PVC, and we'll get to all that, what you're gonna need after the fact. Let's just get this stuff off of here, clean up the oil spill that we've already got going on here. I'm gonna show you where the engine oil is coming from, because people are like, oh my gosh, I have oil coming out of my gear case. Something must be wrong with my drivetrain. Well, that is normally not the case. It's normally engine oil, and I'm gonna show you the most prone spots that leak. So let's get into that today. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to replace these, because literally it's really simple. If you were to bring this to a shop, they'd charge you like $500 to do this job, and it literally is like the simplest job ever. So let's take this off. 8mm. You're gonna need an 8mm socket and an extension to get yourself started. So let's get going here. All right, most of these are missing because Buddy already like made them missing before I got my hands on this thing. So crack them loose first. Spin them off. Leave them in there though. That way you never have to guess your size. Crack it loose. Spin them off. Easy as pie. Crack it loose. Spin it off. Should be another one down here if it's still there. Oh, good, it's still there. Crack it loose. Spin it off. If this is your first time taking this off, this is probably gonna be really stuck on here. You're gonna have to get a rubber mallet because there is a dust gasket that goes through here. And normally those things, if you've never taken them off before, they can be really, really tight. So you wanna get a flathead screwdriver, kind of stick it in here, pry on it a little bit, bang on this with a rubber mallet until this thing breaks free, and then you can take it off. If you've taken it off numerous times, you already know what you're doing, and I shouldn't have to explain further. Let's get this off. Nice and hot. This is really hot on my fingers. We're just gonna take that off, set that right there while it's hot. All right, so most of these, yep, very hot. Okay, so we're gonna have to let this cool off before I can go any further. There's Bendix clutch. Looks like it was just replaced not too long ago. Variator, clutch. And this does have a 80 to 100cc big bore kit on it. So this thing is an absolute rocket ship. But you can see I'm leaking oil. Look, it's coming from the front. You can see the oil all up in here from the front, but we don't know what that's coming from yet. So we're not gonna know until we pull the clutch or we pull the variator if it's coming from the rear drivetrain or if it's coming from the front of the engine. 90% of the time, it will be coming from the front of the engine. There is a seal behind here that wears out, and when that wears out, it starts leaking engine oil through it, and then it gets on your clutch and your variator and everything else, and it starts messing everything up, and then it leaks out the back right here. You end up with a big oil spill. Now, judging by the color of this and the smell, this is engine oil. I don't really have to guess too much further than that, because normally the stuff that's gonna come out of here is gonna be a lot more clear and thick, and won't look like this. This is clearly a lot of used engine oil. So we kind of know what our problem is already. It's gonna go ahead and it's gonna be the oil seal up here. All right guys, so we're gonna start with the clutch, then the variator. So I grab my impact wrench, and it's gonna take a little bit of work. We'll do the big one last. Let's do the clutch first. We'll get this one off. We'll put the 14 on there. Stick it right on there like that. I'm gonna grab this clutch, hold it with my hands tight. There we go. Get that off of there. Pull the housing off, set that down. And now, we'll switch over to this side here. We'll grab the 17 right here. We'll have a go. There we go. And good to go. Let's figure out where this leak is coming from. There's a washer on here, a T-plate, and then the other side of the variator. So we're just gonna put all that off there by itself. We'll set that over here. All right. Let's see if we can pull this off. There's that. We'll take the belt off next. Set that right there. Grab the clutch, pop that off. Put this on top of there, and then we'll put that on there. Let's pull the rest of this off. Be careful, because there's rollers behind it. So we'll give a pull, see if we can get this off of there carefully without all this falling apart. Oh, this is really locked down there. All right, let's pop this off. Now let's see if we can get this off of here. I'm gonna have to clean that before we put it back on there. Oh. Come on. There we go. All right, all that's still there, so we'll set that right there. Okay, yep, as I suspected, if you guys can see that, there's oil coming right out of here. So we clearly have a bad crank seal, oil crank seal. You can see this is moving around a lot in there. So we're gonna have to pop that out of there if we can. This is where those beautiful picks come into place. We'll see if we can get this with the picks. See if we can pop this out in there like so and pull this out. This might be kind of a struggle here. Let's see if we can get up underneath it like so. Put some pressure on it here. Okay, well, I tried to pull it out with my pick, which did not work, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust my camera angle just slightly. Oops, that might have been a bit too much. There we go. There's a little square around here. I tried to pull it out with my pick, which normally works, but did not this time. So when I grabbed a nice small drill bit, I'm gonna line it up with one of these squares on here. We're gonna drill through this oil seal carefully. And once I get through, this one's gonna be a pain in my butt. Let me get a little smaller drill head here. Once we drill through it, then what we're gonna do is put my pick in there like so. Get it in there, we're gonna hook it, we're gonna pull it out, okay? Well guys, it was so chewed up, I finally just grabbed my drill, like I said, and drilled a hole through it so I could get my pick in there, and now we pretty much got her out here. A little bit more struggle to go, and should have it out completely. As you can see, this is quite the job to get one of these out without damaging things. You need to really be careful. But this one's almost out here. Pretty much got it to a point where I should be able to get it out. fairly easily here in a sec. Just need to keep switching my picks side to side, getting underneath it. The more I can get it underneath it, the more I can pull it out. Once I get it to a certain point, then I can just pull it out easily. As you can see, it starts coming out just like that. So now we're gonna clean that up real good inside there. But there you go, that's the old one. It's obviously got some aluminum inside there and a spring and some other stuff, so. There, so that was the bad seal. So now we gotta clean that up real good. And then we'll go ahead and tap the new one in. You can see my little drill aluminum spots here. I didn't go all the way in until I made contact with the bearing or the cam chain, because you can see that's right there, but I did go deep enough that I was able to get access to it. So now we're gonna clean all this up real good. And yeah. Then we'll go ahead and tap the new bearing in there, or the new oil seal, and we should be good to go. So I just did it with some picks. They do have a tool that you guys can order if you want to order the tool, but with just a little bit of time, effort, and energy, you can get it out. And once it's out, you're good to go. So I just opened up, whew, that was hard. Just got a whole pack of seals here. And let's see if I can figure out which one we got. It's not that one. I believe it's this guy right here. I think this is our winner. Believe this is our winner. I can check that real quick, even though this one's damaged. Should give me a pretty good idea here. 2832. Or is it this guy here? Which one is it? I think it's this one here. Pretty sure it's this guy. Even though this one's damaged, that one looks to be accurate. Right there. Yep, got a winner. Okay. Alright, just gonna put this up there and have a check real quick to make sure this one's our winner. This one should spread just a little bit once we pop it on there. Yep, just like that. Okay, believe I have a winner. Good. That's all clean. So what we are gonna do, put a little grease on the inside of this. I'm actually gonna put some on my finger here, and we'll just wipe it around real good. Get some lithium grease on there. That'll help this thing seat anyways. Should help a little bit. Get a little bit more on my finger. There we go. Rub that around real good. Get some lithium grease all over it here. Back on the inside again. Alright. And we'll pop that back over. Just like that. And get this lined up real good. There we go. It's ready to be pounded in here. It's getting tight. So, let's grab my mallet. We're gonna start simple here. Put that right over the top. If I can get it on there. It's gonna let me. There we go. Tap it on the top first until it seats. We'll check it. All right. Line it up again here. Want to go until it's nice and seated. Don't want to hit it in too far, but we want it to have a good, solid connection on there. There we go. Come on. It's kind of hard with one hand. Oh, there we go. That one's in. Now we're going to tap this side on the bottom. Don't want to go too hard. Okay. A little bit more on that one side. Just a tiny bit. Right here. If I can get it on there. There we go. Okay. Let me give a good look around that. Should be flush all the way around. Looks good to me. She looks good to me. Beautiful. Okay. That puppy is seated on there good. It shouldn't come out. Should expand once it gets hot, cold. Should expand. We should be good to go. So now you can slap it all back together. We'll crank it up and see how it runs. What do you say? Huh? Should we do that? I think we're good. Got a nice new seal on there. Everything's good. Should be good to go. Let's slap her back together. All right, waiting to see if it leaks. That's all we're waiting on. We'll let it warm up. I'll take it for a little ride. If it's gonna leak, it'll start leaking by the time I get back. And by the way, this thing is a ripper, and I mean this thing is a ripper. It has a 100cc big bore kit on it, and this thing is an absolute animal. It's noisy, but it's an animal. This thing rips. This scooter is no joke. So, Jesus, this thing is gnarly. All right, let it run for a sec here. Still don't see any oil leaking out. That's a big plus. Let's put her under some RPMs and see what it does, shall we? This scooter is crazy. This is a gnarly scooter. Wow, this scooter is fast. My eyes are watering. All right, should we pull over and see if she's leaking yet? If it's gonna leak, it would start. Let it sit here for a sec. I don't see any oil coming out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and assume we fixed our leak. Before, it would just start pouring out of there, so clearly that seal is doing its job. It's not leaking anymore. So that's how you replace it. No oil leak. And that's how you solve your problem. I've got a few more seals now in case I have to do some other jobs, but that's how you replace the crank seal. Really easy. It's quite an easy job, honestly. And then I've got a few more. So, think these are almost the same size. It's interesting that these came with different sizes, but I'll send this off with whoever buys this scooter, because honestly, if that's not quite the right size and that one ends up shrinking, then they can just put this one on there. I'll show them the video so they can do it themselves. But I mean, this works fine. She's not leaking at all, so that's what we were hoping for, no leaks. So I'll put this in the new, I'll actually put this one under the seat, just in case, we'll give him this other one. So, there we go. So now he's got a new crank seal, just in case. I just order things as a set, so that's how that works. So I don't even know what these other ones will go to. I honestly don't have anything that would fit these, but you never know. Look at that, they greased this one. How come the other ones didn't come with grease? Lame. Alright guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I try to make videos to help you guys, so when you guys have a problem, you know where to come. You know where to come. Come here, I'll help you solve your problems. I will help you solve your problems. True worship's got you. And that's it, guys. I'm done. The scooter's for sale. She's ready to rip. 100cc big bore kit. This thing freaking flies, man. Just need a new carburetor. Some other work. Need a valve job and a whole bunch of other stuff, but I don't really give a shit about all that. That's just basic stuff. It's basic stuff in my world. So if anybody wants to buy this puppy, just let me know. You have her, $1,000. She's yours. This thing rips, man. She is a absolute ripper. All the problems have been solved. The oil's been changed. She's ready to go. Don't forget to subscribe. Catch you guys later. Toodles.